Cool.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pathway to President's Club. I'm Angelique Agee, and I'm your host for tonight. I've been with Avon now for going on almost 22 years, and I'm I'm an Honor Society seller. And this class is to help people to build their sales. So this one is going to be on fundraising, and at the end of the presentation, we'll have another one coming up with ways to build your sales as well. So welcome, everybody. Looks like we have quite a few in the house here tonight from all different states. So that's pretty exciting. And so welcome. So this is our meeting agenda. And for those of you who are new to Avon or new to President's Club or non-President's Club, you might not know about this, but we are going to be talking about President's Club, the different levels of President's Club, the PC points, and then fundraising to build sales. So how to build up those sales to get to that inner circle level, Miss Melinda Ames. Hey, Robin. Robin is in the house. She's a busy girl these days. Welcome, Robin. And then over to the right here, we have a list of all of our President's Club achievers for the year 2015. We have 48 achievers, and our goal is to double that amount of achievers each year. And if you're looking at our recognition every 2 weeks, you're seeing that we have several new people headed to President's Club already. So this is so exciting. So welcome, guys. So first off, and many of you on the call already know this, but some of you might not. What is President's Club? It's a level of achievement. It's an honor. It's a top seller status. And it's when you have $10,000 in sales from campaign 1 to campaign 26. And on the screen, you will see the different levels. And there's 6 different levels, and it ranges from $10,000 all the way to $220,000. And this little picture here has a guide of how much you need to sell in order to earn that, in order to get to that level. Excuse me 1 second, I'm going to close my door here because my husband's on the phone. We need privacy. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that's all it is, $10,000 in sales for President's Club, and it's an average of $400 per campaign, which probably this time of year to a lot of people, that's a struggle because it's after Christmas, and people probably say, no money just yet, but you just sit tight because we got Valentine's Day and we got tax time coming, and it will bounce right on back. So these are the levels of President's Club. It's coming. And I'm going to make it bigger. That's the cool thing about technology. I can make it bigger. So can you see that real good?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the President's Club level, the first level. And these are just some of the things that you get with President's Club. You get the 40% earnings guaranteed off of the core products, and then you get 25% earnings off of the fixed earnings items, which is anything with that little asterisk by it. You can order up to 3 demos of any product out of the What's New. So I don't know about you, but I'm kind of addicted to that book. And I can order 5 right now, and sometimes that's not enough, but you can order up to 3 demos. You get to go to a gala event, which is very special. It's my favorite time of the year. You get birthday and holiday gifts and points for that. You get a 1-800 number. You get the advanced brochure program, so it's a book in advance where you can see what's coming out. And then exclusive products at the gala, and a pretty pin, and points. The award, and can you see the little figurine there next to underneath the PC logo? That's Miss Albie. You have an option to purchase your Miss Albie. And you get 400 points when you get to President's Club. and then you can purchase it if you want, and if not, you can buy yourself something else. But that's the figurine, the porcelain figurine, and that's Miss Albie. She was the very first Avon lady, and she never gains any weight. She makes me sick. But I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, she's hot to trot. That's probably walking the streets with those perfumes all those years. And then as we go down, it does get more, more per level. So as you go up to Honor Society, it's 5 demos, it's 800 points, and then as you go up higher than that, like Inner Circle, you get a spending account, and you get a check, and President's Council, you get the trip. So it's really cool. Lots of great benefits of being in President's Club, and you really just work your way up. And some of the initial benefits that you can get right now is your points. And don't let it fool you. Those points add up very quickly. So as a new representative, you are getting 25 points per campaign as long as you're selling $100 in your first 4 campaigns. So, and I can make this chart a little bigger so you can see that down there. And it just has an example of however much you did in sales and what points you get, but it's based on a $100 order, and it's 25 points per campaign in your first 4 orders. So that's a new representative, and we got quite a few new representatives on the phone working towards the Hit 100. I see Ismara and Stephanie, and everything is based on a $100 order, so you guys are right on track. The next thing is the people that are non-President's Club and after that 4th campaign. So the 5th campaign to non-President's Club, you're a contender for President's Club, and you get 100 points for hitting $400 in sales. So this is prime time. This is the time where you want to try to take advantage and get your points, because that's 100 points for every time you hit $400. When I do my recognition every campaign, I do the new representatives at $100, and I do established representatives at $400. So that kind of lines up with this here. And I'm going to make that big so you can see it. So see, it just has an example there. And then when you are President's Club or above, you got to work a little harder. You do get points for increasing your sales. So you get 25 points every time you increase $100 over what you did last year. So you do need to know, and when we later on, I'm going to show you how to find out what you did last year so you can be tracking your points. The points are fun. Did y'all see my purse that I won, that I got with my points? I'm so proud. Okay. So you also get your points for hitting the levels, for when you hit the level. So President's Club, you get 400 points, and they'll make it bigger for you. And on Honor Society, 800, and Rose. And see, I really didn't even realize I was getting all these points for this. So this is good. And then look at all the points as you go up. My gosh. And you can get your whole house furnished with these points. So they're really good. Something to work towards. Also, your recruiting. I haven't left anybody out here. Your recruiting, when you have a qualified first-generation recruit with a $100 order, you get 50 points. And then 100 points when you develop someone under you who brings in 2 people and become a star promoter, you get 100 points for that. So you can get points lots of different ways. A couple other ones, your anniversary. Hey, I'm gonna get some more points soon. Oh, maybe not. It's a milestone. I'm not milestone yet. Just 22 years. Your birthday and the holidays, and there's other different ways to get your points. So you just want to be on top of it. You want to make sure that you're purposely trying to get them, because that's going to push your sales up along with it. So are there any questions about the levels, the points, anything? Did I
They
get
don't,
we
they
good?
don't have the star points anymore, do they?
No, good question, Rosa. No more star points. That was merged into this new program
Okay.
last
Okay.
year.
Hey, Angela,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
What's the difference between the core products and the other products as far as sales levels? I didn't quite understand that.
Okay. Core products
I think,
versus fixed earnings.
right,
Um,
right. That's what she's talking about.
the core products. Well, the fixed earnings. Let's just start there. The fixed earnings are going to be anything with the little tiny asterisks next to it.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be like your clothing, your toys, your Tupperware, your kitchenware, your kids stuff for Disney logoed products.
Uh-huh.
It's the stuff they don't actually make at Avon, so they get it from a third party vendor.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, better because I was wondering the difference, and now I know.
Okay, and then everything, your core products are going to be everything else in the book.
Okay.
So just know that you do get a little raise with your earnings when you do hit President's Club. So it's very much worth it. Is there anything else?
That's a wonderful question. Yeah.
Any other questions out there? Okay, we're going to move on. So this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about fundraising. So I wanted to just ask, has anybody on the call here done a fundraiser before? Just wave or say yes or no or.
Yes, I have. It's been a while, but
Okay.
I did a small one.
Okay. What was the amount?
Oh gosh. I'm thinking about $500.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Well, we've had several fundraisers in the group, and we had one that was upwards of over $4,000, and it was a school, and that was one of the very first ones that I helped with, and they also used a full book. It was a band.
Wow.
They profited about, I think, $1,500 profit. It was Christmas time. There was some issues, but overall it went really well, and it helped that representative move up very quickly to President's Club. And then we had another one with a school. So every time one was done, it got better and better and more organized, and we learned different things. But the fundraiser program, it's nice. Everything that you need to know, you're going to find on youravon.com, and it's under the earnings opportunity and then the fundraising link. And it has step by step everything you have to do. And believe it or not, this year I did my very first fundraiser in all my years, and I went step by step on this page to do it, because it's changed a lot over the years. So why fundraising? For one, you get even a $500 fundraiser, it's going to up your sales. But
Right.
the average fundraiser is somewhere around maybe $1,500 to $3,000 or higher. And that definitely does help. So it increases your earnings immediately. There's my screen. Okay, it increases your earnings immediately, and we have some examples too in just a minute of how many people it's going to need to take to get to whatever profit the organization is seeking. And then the whole purpose of a fundraiser, it's not necessarily for you to make a huge amount of commission. The whole point is that you have this fundraiser with, let's say, 50 people taking orders for you, and let's say they have maybe 5 to 7 or 10 customers that each one of those 50 people are dealing with. So at the end of the day, how many books go out in that fundraiser with your name on it if you have 50 people that have 10 customers each?
500.
500. That's 500 more potential opportunities to get more sales. So that is the one thing. And then the other thing is recruiting. You will have an opportunity for recruits, because some of these people will do really good with this fundraiser here, and you say, well, had you ever thought about doing this yourself? So an opportunity to get recruits, an opportunity to build your personal sales, and an opportunity to build your customers after the fact. So that's why we want to do this. And then it says here, fast track the President's Club. It is no lie. We have people here right in Mobile who do who just do fundraisers, and the average one is about $8,000. And they're in a school, and it's the Dunbar School in Mobile. So we have been upgraded here. These flyers that you see on the page are just examples of our newest flyers that we have. Aren't they beautiful?
They are very pretty.
Yes, pretty. And so there's a couple of options. You have the big 8.5 by 11 page, and it'd be pretty to print out in color, or on a glossy page or something. And then we have the 4 on a page, which would be good to maybe staple to a brochure. And it's just about getting your name out there, getting your name as a fundraiser out there. You will find both of these flyers on the resources tab under the fundraising page on youravon.com. So they're nice, aren't they? You guys, you want to see this one? It's the little one here. Made it big. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So those are good. And it wouldn't even be a bad idea, and I'm thinking about this now, these little sample packs. I made up all these little sample packs last night. And these little flyers here, that wouldn't be a bad idea to put that flyer in the sample pack, just to be getting the word out that, yeah, I do fundraisers. Okay, so it's just a numbers game. It is about talking to people constantly about do fundraisers, and the more advertising and the more promoting you do, the more chance that you're going to get a yes, just like our sales and our recruiting. So you just keep at it, and you can't give up. I put here some places to approach when you're doing a fundraiser. Churches, schools, PTA, your sports teams, the cheerleaders and the band, and Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is now, by the way, where I am.
Right.
I'm like, oh no. But Mardi Gras is a great opportunity because there's tons of people in town. We have 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
And then weddings, and some people do a fundraiser for personal reasons, for family reunions, or somebody is sick. We have April Ramos fundraiser going on now. So you can do it for all different things. And the other thing is, and you can't see it on here, but the kids out on Saturday mornings doing car washes, find out who's over that group and give them a fundraiser flyer. Or collecting, the kids that are collecting money at the traffic stop, they could do it much easier with us. So those are some ideas on, who to approach. And then this is just a chart of the earnings potential. And when you go to meet with your organization, you want to have them to set a goal of how much money they want to make. And this chart makes it very easy. This chart is actually 30% earnings to the organization. So it just says, for a good example, if you had 30 people selling to 10 customers, an average of $15, your fundraiser total would give you $4,500 worth of sales. Would anyone like $4,500 worth of sales?
Yes, I would.
In one shot deal. And then, yes.
What's the average, percentage that you give your groups? I know it's got different levels, but is the average 30 or just
the average is the standard is a 40, and it's 40. Really up to you. It can be 40, it can be 30. It kind of depends on how many extras you need, because you need to take into consideration your flyers, the cost of your flyers, the cost of your brochures, the cost of bags, a lot of costs involved. So if there's going to be a ton of costs involved, you might want to do 35% or 30 versus the 40. Okay.
Okay.
So the way it all works is when you're using those fundraising flyers, you are getting 50%. You are getting 50%.
Right.
You turn around and give that organization 30 or 40% of the 50% that you make.
Right. Okay.
You could walk away with a few dollars. You could not, but the point was you got some sales out of it. And
Sure.
that's your point.
That's the main thing. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to move a little bit quicker here because we got about maybe 7 minutes left before they cut us off. This is
with the flyer that they've got now. You can use any one of these or all of these in this.
You can. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it comes as a whole booklet, right?
Is this a booklet or is it because it looked like different flyers, but it might be in a booklet. I know they had a booklet last year.
Right.
I couldn't tell by looking at the flyers. I couldn't tell. So I'll check that out because I know last year we had a booklet and I was wondering if they did away with the booklet or if they just had the flyers because they have.
Well, even with the booklet, it seemed like you could just tear out what you wanted to use to present to the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what I didn't know if they had changed
You know
this.
what? I think they did, Rosa. I think they did because you can actually order these flyers on Town and Country now.
Right.
And it says it on there, so I believe it might be individual flyers now.
Okay.
It says to order on Town and Country or print out and purchase. And really, when you're doing that, you want to weigh your cost because you're thinking about if you're going to print them out and then color, if you're doing color ink and printing them out, copying, if you're doing color copies or black and white. So every way it's going to cost some money.
Cost the money, right.
The best way. This is the order form here.
Right.
And then you register your fundraiser and you begin. It's very easy to do the registration part. Main thing that I want to get across to everyone when they're doing a fundraiser, their group participants are collecting the money up front. So when the fundraiser is over, they give you all the money. You give that organization their cut, and there's no waiting for money 2 weeks down the road or trying to run behind people to get money.
Right.
That becomes a huge nightmare. And then people ask about the time frame. The fundraisers that I've been involved with, they've been no more than about 3 weeks. Because we don't want to give too much time, and we don't want to have too little time either. You have agreement forms on the resources link on youravon.com under fundraising. Get all your T's and I's dotted before this starts. Write down who's going to do what, who's going to pay for bags, books, what else? Whatever agreement. If there's prizes, yes, prizes, who's going to pay for all that? Get all that in writing before the fundraiser starts, because we did have a little nightmare of a fundraiser once where the organization didn't realize they were supposed to charge tax.
Oh dear.
Until they got the orders in, there was no tax collected, and the tax was supposed to be collected. So there is a tax exempt certificate required. There is some more things to do if you are not charging tax. And then when you send the order off, you're doing ship separate. When you enter in your fundraiser numbers, this is the number. I don't know if you can see this, but it's 045642. 045642 is the number, the fundraising number that you plug in when you get ready to do a fundraiser. Before anybody does a fundraiser, let's talk to somebody who knows, because we wouldn't want to make that mistake. And then you're tracking your sales. Under the President's Recognition link on youravon.com, you have PC tracking. So you want to go there and look at where you're at after you do your fundraiser, see how much more you need. I put up there PC tracking as of campaign 3, $1,155. That's just a guide as to where your sales should be to be on track for President's Club. I do understand people who just started are probably not there right now, so don't stress. You know, you'll get there. Just keep on working at it. And also at any time, you can call Fast Talk at the 513-551-2866, and it's option 2 and then option 3, and it tells you your whole award sales towards President's Club. We've got just a few minutes left, so I'm going to ask, does anybody have any questions? We went over the basics. Are there any questions out there?
Hey, Angelique, I do have a question. If you were to do, an individual, a family or whatever, like you were saying, a family reunion, what would you put in there for name of organization?
The family name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hadn't had anybody come back and say, that's not right. I've even seen it come through as a fundraiser name, but good question.
Mm-hmm.
What else, guys? Anything else? Hello? Okay. There's plenty of information on youravon.com on all of this, but do feel free to ask questions at any time. Everybody knows how to reach me or get on the STAR team page and ask a question. Pretty soon, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be posting a incentive. And we're going to celebrate my anniversary big time this year. I am challenging everybody to have a $400 order in campaign 4. So some of you have just started taking orders for campaign 4. And so we have time until campaign 4 goes off. And all I ask is that you do have a campaign 3 order, unless this is your first order, unless campaign 4 is your first order. And when we hit our sales goal, we'll have some drawings and prizes. And I even have in there, which I didn't put on here because I forgot. I'm going to give away some cash. Would anyone like some cash?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's coming up. Before they cut me off, our next class is February 2nd. And I put 7, but it's going to be 7:30, so disregard that. 7:30, same time. And it's going to be on skincare. And there's a lot of fun stuff out there now for skincare. So just stay tuned for information on that. And I am going to have drawings, but